Bigfoot with a fan. And that's what we did. We went out together, and it's like 12 investigations later. He won't leave. Do you know how to get rid of him?
So,
what the hell's going on here? I left you alone for 1
another podcast here, sir.
Yeah, I left you alone for 1 second. You take the show over, goddammit. Saying, the best I can think of is tweakers are out in the woods making tree structures. That's what that's what you meant.
You know, it damn sure wasn't a bunch of Boy Scouts. I told you that.
Suddenly go blowing that way.
Right.
You guys will know.
Yeah.
Well, red alert. The producer's here. Bobby Lee.
These millionaires don't know what Prime is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are these lowly people drinking?
You know, something like Dog Man, right? And I have no dog in the fight, so to speak.
Quiet on set. Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the new studio. I can actually fit people in it. I have an image over here that I can broadcast from the West Coast and make it look like Bobby Lee is actually here with me. Ow, she is.
I just wanted to see if you could feel that.
Hey-o!
Hey-o.
I felt it. What's up, Bobby Lee? Welcome, Bobby Lee, back to the East Coast, the right coast, where she belongs. Right, Wojo? I see Wojo on the backstage going, whoop, 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 whoop. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Get Haunted Network. We are here live and happening, and I have a kick-ass guest tonight. I have a co-host, too, by the way. We probably should bring him in, or he gets mad. Very angry man. Well, sometimes. I mean, only when he drinks. I mean, he doesn't mean it. He's a good person. Wojo! All right, never mind. He ain't ready. Let's go back and get him. Try that again. Wojo! What's up, my dude?
Oh, my God.
I brought you a present.
All right. Guess who's here? All right. Welcome to the East Coast, girl.
No, the only thing the East Coast brought me was an emergency appendectomy. So thank you.
I imagine that she comes all the way back here, dude, and her appendix burst, basically.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Anyway, we're glad you're okay. 100%. 100%. Bobby Lee make this whole world go round over here. All the pretty little trinkets and all the smart stuff. It's all her. I just go, hey, how do you do this? And then I'm like, what? Can you say that slower? Wait, what? Can I ask you the same question 38 times before I can figure something out for myself? So anyways, I had a crazy opening. Cameras went down. Internet was going down. It was like chaos. And I'm like, Bobby Lee, I don't have this problem when you're not around. You know what I mean?
You do. You just call me on the phone.
That's true, but be quiet. Nobody, blah, 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 blah. Nobody can hear her. So, hey, we were out in the woods today, man, right? We were out in the woods. We did a live investigation. If you were on there, on YouTube, Banter, Richie B, like and subscribe, you would have been out in the woods with us, finding stuff, checking stuff out, investigating stuff. And I found a hail print. It's like 3/4 of a foot, and the hail's like perfect, man. And it's right in the same area where I found the last print, right? 75 feet from the last print. And then there's those like shelter-looking things, right? So really kick-ass stuff. But anyways, welcome to the Get Haunted Network. We're glad that you're with us. I have somebody very special here tonight who I think is a pretty kick-ass human because I've been watching her from afar. And I know, I got to get the camera with the zoom.
I know.
But I'm going to play with it, and I'm going to,
Jess, you're right back there. Do you want to zoom in on this picture?
Oh, no. Can she zoom?
Oh,
Can she zoom?
This
is a whole I got a whole crew in here tonight for you, Jessica Carlozzi. Forget about it. Oh, check it out. So, hey, this is a local. You can back up, please, now. Come on now. Way back. Well, that's right, Jimmy. Head of way out. Good job, Jessica. And all right, you're off for the rest of the evening. What the?
This was truly a no pants night.
This is My son's running around with no
Aside from his
pants.
hand, 'cause the baby had no.
Anyways, we don't want Jessica to have to fall asleep on us in the back in the green room. She's eating all the olives, all the chips. This is ridiculous. She's drank all the wine. She's called me names. She slapped the what's the called the little bell guy or something. Don't they have a guy that comes in the green rooms and like gives you food?
Oh yeah. I don't know what
You know, in the
it's
bathroom too. You
Yeah.
have the attendant. Remember in the rich places, you
called.
have the
It just
attendant.
floats in.
Yeah, a guy. One time I go to bathroom. I forget where I was, some rich place years ago, and I turn around to leave the friggin' bath. Yeah, you want to hand me a mint? I'm like, bro, that's so weird. Why are you giving me a mint when I'm leaving the bathroom? What do you think I did in here?
Probably not wash her hands.
What's that got to do with a fucking mint? Nothing is what it's got to do with a mint. So check it out, everybody, right? I'm going to bring Jessica. Shake your head yes or no. Do you want to come in and say hi to all my guests and probably some of yours? Jessica. Carlozzi. Hey, forget about it. Everybody, welcome to the stage. Jessica Carlozzi. What's up, girl?
Hello. Hi. That was way too much of an opening
I was-
for just me, please.
Are you serious?
Special
No, we're
openings for
having fun.
special
This is
ladies.
fun.
Come on. That's how we roll.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, I think we scared her away. Do you want
No,
wanna leave?
I'm here. No,
No, she's
I-
here.
I think it's wine time.
It's been
what I
wine
think.
time.
I think you should
I
drink
think
some.
I had the concierge in the green room helped me out already. So
Concierge, you're
so
showing
Richie, you're
off
a little
now.
blurry.
That's what you just did. She just showed off at me. What's that? I'm blurry?
Just a little bit.
That's what is it the concierge or is it the internet? I can't figure it out. You know what I
The
mean?
internet.
The concierge giving out wine.
yeah.
I'm having internet again. No, I don't think so. I'm just having a problem tonight.
Because I'm here.
It really is because Bobby Lee's here. Right? Can everybody hear me okay? Everybody wave. What? What are you laughing at, Wojo?
Because I'm getting messages from Rich.
From where? Shadow side?
You mean Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking
Richie's
about the
blurry.
internet.
I'm
or
like, what do you
something?
want me to do? I mean, do I have to like
Whatever,
do I
man.
shoot the camera?
Listen, I have a new dude. I have a new studio, a new setup. I don't know. We'll have to work in some tweaks. Listen, we're gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Just relax, everybody. Listen, Country Boy was first. Pay attention to him, please. That's very rude, Wojo. Henry.
Oh, Country Boy's my
Henry's
boy.
here, right? Say hi to him. What's up, Henry? I know, right? So yeah, a lot of these guys come out. Shadow side, I get it. I'm blurry. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Okay, I paid the bill. I set up a new studio. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I don't know. You know, you're so angry all the time. Smoke some ganja. You'll be fine. Fucking Henry beat me in the chat again. Yeah. Yep. No, but not just Henry, dude. Not just Henry. Country beat you, bro.
Country
Let's go.
Boy.
Let's keep
Richie
rolling
B.
here. Country. Look, he's young. He's got like 5 comments in a row. Now, do you know this person? I think I recognize the vodcast.
The vodcast is a friend of
Yes,
mine.
Carlozzi.
Yep. I told him to pop on
yeah,
and throw
I know.
some very hardball questions at us tonight.
All right.
Oh, really? That'd be awesome, dude. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Throw some crazy.
That's
weird
right. Bring
shit
some
at us. We're not
punch and
scared of
pie.
nothing. Dude, I will sit here and goof off all night with a blurry face. I don't even care. And I will convince everybody in the audience that they are drunk and my internet is fine. I don't give a shit. I am not scared. And I am not scared of anything you have to bring. But like and subscribe. Thanks.
I think you guys look great. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I think whatever, dude. The blurrier the better, probably at 53 years old. I'll take blurry. You know what I mean? Man, it's like Bigfoot, right? Bigfoot's
Yeah, I
blurry.
want to actually
Everybody loves him.
thank you, by the way, for the compliment when you put something on your Facebook page that said this young lady. And I was like, oh, shit, thank you. Like for using that term.
Yeah, well,
Just want to
why
thank you
not?
in advance for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would appreciate if you would reciprocate and call me a young man. That's fair.
And I was like,
you know what I mean?
this-
You know what I mean? How you
this
doing, young man?
Young gentleman is actually what I put. So
Find out the truth, Richie. We're not here to spread lies.
Yeah, we're spreading lies. I know. Only when it comes to me, right? Yeah, I know. I get it. Damian Smith's here all the way from Scotland. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? You know, someone asked him last time. I think it was Arthur Mills asked him, do you ever sleep? Right? He goes everywhere.
Everywhere.
every
He's on like a lot of
podcast.
podcasts.
It's crazy, man. Y'all know I'm always first. Yeah, we got you, country. Probably figure out his time difference with the jet lag.
What
Good.
is the time
Get it
difference?
adjusted so you can come on. You know, that's a great question. Damien, what time is it over there right now, brother? I'm gonna have to hurry up and say hi. All right, so Jenny Davis is here. What's up, Jenny Davis?
Hey, Jenny.
Hey,
Courtney Peterson.
Court.
Yep. The Get Haunted
How you doing,
crew. Rich.
Courtney?
Oh, what's up, Rich Valdez?
What is
What's
it
up,
like?
bro?
It's like
Long time no see.
midnight over there.
I know. I'm gonna look right now. I'm just trying to go down the list. Steve Barnard. Wow, look at this. Icy Spirits. What's up, Icy? Courtney, Rich Valdez in Miami. Have greetings from Beyond Radio. Thank you for that, Courtney. Big Daddy Andy's in the house.
Hey, Andy, how are you, buddy?
D-Hoo's here. Oh, look at D-Hoo. Bobby Lee waiting on the V-neck ladies night shirt.
Oh, go on to banterwithrichieb.com. Let me know. I'll put one up.
Are they there?
I don't know.
We have to create them.
I can make one. You want a V-neck ladies night V-neck?
Yes,
Got
yes. Ladies night V-neck. Right.
Jessica, text that to me, please. Not this Jessica.
No, yeah, this is Carlozzi.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do Carlozzi.
Yeah, you gotta say it. Yeah. Just hey, Carlozzi, you know what I mean?
Carlozzi.
Hey, forget about it. Right, Scotland here,
You
worldwide
mess with me,
status.
that's my whole
Damien's-
family. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even
Jesus
can't even get through the
Christ.
promo with all you clowns. I can't even say hi to my guests. You're all a bunch of clowns. I love it. What's that? Ladies' Night V-neck is written on the whiteboard. It must be official. That whiteboard is more official than Facebook, by the way. If anybody here is dating, I'll write it on the whiteboard and it's official. All right, don't worry about it. Let me know.
And the reason I asked Jess to do that is because she's going to be doing a
Richard, I like to have a turtleneck
Oh.
t-shirt.
If I use that accent, she would punch me in the mouth. Is that true, Jessica? Carlozzi?
This one? This accent?
Yeah, Carlozzi. I don't know. It's your boy from podcast, man.
This fucking accent
You gotta figure it out. You forget about it.
Oh my
Forget
God.
about it. Damien says it's 11, 12 in Scotland. That one right there. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. He confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Yes. Hey, forget about it, huh?
I
So
fungul, if you will.
2311, he says.
Alcieri.
Yeah, it's a fungul.
I'll see you both in September.
So-
Don't worry. Keep acting.
Anyway,
I like
listen, welcome everybody to
mozzarella.
the show. Like I said, we're trying to get through the greetings. If my face is blurry, I apologize. We might have to make some adjustments to the area that I'm in now because I'm in a whole different podcast room, kind of tucked away in a corner of my house. So, whatever happens. I'm not worried. Yeah, it's pretty badass, but I'm not worried about it. We'll get through it. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have fun. So I want to get real with Jessica. You mentioned you're from a town called Brockton in Massachusetts, right?
Correct.
Brockton.
Shoe
Yeah,
City.
you know what you do? You freeze up when. Are you processing when I ask you a question?
Like mentally?
I ask you a question. yeah. I'm looking over every time I ask a question. Every time I ask her a question, she goes.
That's a great comeback. What, mentally?
Because there's so many Jessicas. You got to use Carlozzi. I'm not sure. Like you were talking to me, talking to the other Jessica.
All right. Listen, I'm not going to interview my Jessica tonight. I'm going to interview you, Jessica. So I might yell at Jessica because it's easy, right? Like mentally.
Dude, that was awesome. That's the boxer coming out right now. What?
Yes,
I was Italian briefly.
I think we just found an extra opening.
I gotta. Yeah, could you put that in the promo, please?
Done.
Done deal. You're in the promo now. Now you're in the opening of my show. Thank you. That's right, Jim. You've won. Back to you, Susan. All right, so you're from Shoe City, Brockton, Massachusetts. Yes. Born, raised, everything. You stayed there your whole life.
Yep.
Did you graduate high school there?
Yep.
You did.
Yep.
I didn't know people graduated from Brockton.
Funny. Hey, Brockton High used to be fucking militant. Brockton High was the shit back in the day.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that play softball and stuff, and they're all from Brockton. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I got some ins on that. You know what I mean? I got some ins on
Oh,
what's going on over in Shoetown. So
Over in
so
Shoetown?
are you still there?
I am. Yep.
Are you away? Oh, okay. So cool. So, all right. What the hell possessed you? I'm going to go right to the event, and then we're going to get. Then what we're going to do is revert back to the beginning of your life, because I got to figure out what possesses you. No. What possessed? This is a lot you took on, and I've been to these events, and I've been a guest at these events and a speaker at these events, and it's you took on a whole entire event.
Yeah.
Carlozzi.
I did. It's
so
because
like mentally, what is wrong with you?
Mentally, this is what happened. Last year, I drove 8 hours by myself in a car to go to a festival, a Cryptid festival in Pennsylvania. And I thought, holy shit, we don't have one in Massachusetts and we need one. And instead of driving 8 hours, people should be able to drive 15 minutes and go to one around here, our own.
Right.
Like Massachusetts does not have one and we need one. So I started planning it maybe January. And I wish I knew then that it would take on this type of mass hysteria, because I would have gotten first of all, a way bigger place. At the first, it was gonna be like, let's just have a little cryptid party. We'll get together with our like tribe of Massachusetts cryptid people and hang out and have some beers and tell some tales. And now it's speakers and vendors and podcasters, and it should be a blast. Let's hope.
It's absolutely insane. So no, listen. All right, so listen, Cryptid Fest 2024, September 14th, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., 291 Mill Street, Rainham, Massachusetts, 02767. I have this in the promos. We will put that up throughout the show, because I got to be honest, anybody that's organized anything, I was a co-founder of a softball tournament for a friend of mine that was unfortunately killed in Iraq. And we did it for 10 years, and it became too much on the family, and it was such an undertaking. The more, the bigger it got, the crazier it got. And when I saw this, I went, oh, because we drive to these places. We didn't go to Pennsylvania yet, but we're probably gonna, and to have one right next door is like absolutely insane and a dream come true for me. Like I can't thank you enough for taking on such a daunting task. Now, the other thing I've noticed, if I may, are you doing everything by yourself, basically?
I am. So I don't know if that's more like stubborn bitchiness, or I didn't think anybody would want to. I just figured I'd just roll it through and start it. So I did it all myself. I planned it myself. Next year, this is year 1. If this goes well, next year, year 2, I'll take on sponsors. I'll take on, co-hosts, whatever. But yeah, I'm doing it all myself. So it's been a fun 5 months of.
So Jessica, I think it's a good opportunity for people to congregate this place and just maybe tell stories and share what they've been seeing around here and so on and so forth. I mean, I think it's a great idea. I think there is a lot of discussion out there that people need to get off their chest per se, and I think what you're doing is a great idea.
Thank you. There's a lot of paranormal festivals in Massachusetts, which is great because we're right in the triangle with paranormal and cryptids, but there hasn't been just a straight Cryptid Fest, and we deserve one, I think.
Yes, we damn right we do. Well, the beautiful part about this is what got my attention, and I got, and Mojo knows my end game basically is to bring New England to the Bigfoot map, right? Because we always hear about Alaska, we always hear about the West Coast, the Great Northwest, the Pacific Coast, right? All that stuff, right? Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida skunk ape. I hear all this stuff, but I don't hear New Hampshire. I don't hear Massachusetts. I don't, we hear of a sighting that Joe DeAndre had back in, whatever year it was in the Bridgewater Triangle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's it. But that's not it. I'm around the corner from a Class A sighting at the KOA in Middleborough. It was like right there. Then there was one in Hanson in 2018 crossing the road from the dump, right? So, we need to be on the map more. And with what you did, Like you triggered something, and I
Yeah.
guarantee you that this is gonna get nuts. And you
I
might
was
also just
actually-
grab your 3. Good.
No, I'm sorry. I was just with
Go
Joseph Andrade a couple weeks ago doing a foot patrol with him. He's still out there checking stuff out too, which is
Cool.
great.
Good. Has he had any other experiences that might have, I know he hasn't seen him again, or we would have heard about it, but I mean, is it types of things that he's seeing or hearing that, catch his eye?
He's still out there in the same area looking for what he saw that time. He's had some smaller experiences after his first major one. Nothing like the first one he saw, but I'm hoping he's going to stop by Cryptidfest also. I mean, he's a little local legend. He needs to be there. If I have to pick that guy up myself, he's going.
Yeah, let me know. I'll run over and pick him up. We'll give him a limo service. Don't you worry about it, man. He likes AC/DC, right? Because we're gonna be cranking on some of that on the way back. You know what I mean?
He's gonna like
maybe
it
a
by
little
the end
Back
of the
in Black
day.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ain't gonna have much choice. So
Yeah.
no, I think that's absolutely kick ass. So tell me, all right, let me do that because everybody see. I'll put it back up too in a little bit. When did you? All right, you're into ghosts as well?
Yeah.
Like anything, oddities, everything, any kind of cryptid, puckwudgies, like what, where's your head at with Dog Man? Like all the stuff got me crazy wondering. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm across the board with anything. I would believe anything. The only thing I'm kind of not into, and this is a huge killer, like people are very like down on me when I say this, but I'll say it. I'm not afraid. I'm not much of an aliens person.
Really?
Yeah, like
and lately that's like the thing, right?
Yeah. I'm not much of a UFOs, much of an alien person, like Bigfoot, Dogman, Puckwudgies, whatever you want to throw at me. I'm like, cool. Yes, I believe you. But you're like, oh, there was an alien outside my window. I'm like, all right, you were drunk. Like, that's the one that I'm not like cool with for some reason.
That's what I find. It's so weird how everybody's like their head goes in certain places, right? Like their head goes in certain places, and then like like look how open-minded you are. But the very thing that they kind of have on video, you're like, yeah, I don't think so. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's strange. I alienate, no pun intended, a lot of people with that one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, she did that. She did.
That was right off the cuff too. That was right off the cuff.
No, yeah, that just rolled right off. So I love it. No, that's fine. Pun intended. We're good to go. Yeah. Intended. So yeah, I don't think. You know what I think? I don't think the subject of aliens is interesting enough for people.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them actually think it's just common knowledge that something would have been here besides us, and that they just like, you know what I mean? And like a Bigfoot is like, where the hell is he? Or a ghost is like, holy shit. If you have never seen a ghost before, and then you see a ghost, it is absolutely life altering. Right? Have you've done investigations with paranormal?
I have. I've done a bunch in the area.
What?
She said earlier today.
About being pushed down the stairs.
Be pushed down the stairs. Have you ever been?
Oh yeah.
Have you been pushed down the stairs?
I wish. No, I went to Middleborough Town Hall. Is like insanely.
Yeah, I heard that the town hall is insane.
I've done some investigations there. I went to the Conjuring House. No, I fully believe in the afterlife and ghosts and spirits, but Bigfoot, yes. Puckwudgies, yes. Aliens, not so much.
I just don't think you have it. You just don't have interest in it. Let's be honest. I mean, you gotta believe that. Yeah, see what I mean?
Like,
I mean,
it's not UFO Fest.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just
trying. Can I add a little bit to Jessica? All right. So do you?
No, you cannot.
I can do.
Stop yelling.
I'm the co-host, sir. I can have a little leeway. No, can you? Do you believe aliens and portals with the Bigfoot, so on and so forth? That people say. I have to ask that because I'm not a big believer. But
is it like an interdimensional type of? No, I think it's flesh and blood. It's here. I don't think they poke in and out of it. Like other things might be interdimensional, but I don't think cryptids are.
Right.
I mean, they're either.
I just don't think there's just enough
physically or not.
evidence to even,
No.
for me, just to justify that, because people ask, well, what do you think about aliens? I'm like, I don't,
No.
because I don't hear it really any stories. Just because there might be orbs or whatever nearby doesn't mean, they're dropping stuff down. But that's just
We'll be back to say goodbye, though. Yeah. All right. So you believe So you believe that there's not a interdimensional Bigfoot theory, that it's not like people say they see orbs and then they see Bigfoot, right?
No, I don't think Bigfoot is like an alien pet or however they put it. Like they let him down here to like hang out for a little while and then they take him back up to where
weird,
they're
isn't
going.
it?
Because that would mean that they have been dropping Bigfoot off since the beginning of time.
Right. Why wouldn't they do it forever? Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like
Bigfoot
Bigfoot would be riding dinosaurs and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't buy into that whole theory. There could be interdimensional portals, but not involved with cryptids.
Yeah, not for Bigfoot. No, I think me and Woj are on the same page with that we're very much into the bipedal earthbound creature. And I think that's because I've had things point in that direction. Do I discount anybody's experiences with an orb or anything like that? No, I don't. You know why? Because we're dealing with something we have no actual proof of. So, you have to remain open-minded when it comes to the subject of Bigfoot. So I turn over every stone and look under it. That's the bottom line and I'm passionate about it to where we're out all the freaking time. All right. So you need to get your crew together or something, or whoever you want to go out with, but you got to throw on some boots and get out in the woods, because we had a crew out today and we go live on YouTube and we show everything raw, unedited. And we found a kick-ass a hill today that was really awesome.
I got my muck boots at the ready. You guys just give me a call.
You got your what?
I got my muck boots at the ready.
Muck boots, bro. Muck boots.
That's what I got. Look at this girl. Muck boots. That's what we're talking about. Muck boots on.
I got my muck boots, kid.
Hey, did you make that iced tea into a Long Island iced tea? Wojo?
I wish.
Well, why don't you? You got to have something in the cabinet. Get to work, dude.
After today, I just came from Maine and I've been out in the sun a lot. I was drenched today and I was like not feeling well today, but I'm feeling good now.
I took my biggest fall out there in the field today. I stepped in water and it happened to be knee high. And I went down and I pulled the left foot out to go grab the shore and I hit, and that was knee high. And next minute I had hands out trying to save myself. And it smelled like dirty poo water. Anyways, how do we explain?
You saved me from quicksand.
I did.
I'm stuck in the mud. You yanked me out. I was like, Rich, yes. I need a hand.
Yes, I busted it out. I was like, oh, sorry, you still hit. What? So
okay,
anyway,
back to you.
Well, that's right. Back to you, Carlozzi. So yes, Carlozzi's you now. I said it right. No delay. I like it. Okay. How do we explain finding 1 foot track in an open area that you could see that should be out? Listen, I get that. I've had that conversation with people as well. It's all context, bro. I have no idea. I know when we found the big, massive print. Have you seen the print that we put on Scaniverse that spins? So that one there was like 55 inches away from like water, water grass, how it's big clumpy grass. And it looks like almost like the thing pushed off to get to the grass. So that's one way, not every way, not all way. I can't explain them all either. I mean, maybe Jesus picked them up. You know what I mean? I have no idea. That's between them. Mind your business. Drink your water. All right. Let's see. Lady Beaker's work. Well, yeah. So, all right. So tell me this. So now that we know a little bit about you, right? And this is what I like to do sometimes. I like to backtrack a little bit. How the hell do you get into ghosts and cryptids and all this stuff that you're into? Ghosts I can figure, but cryptids, you're from Brockton. Like,
wait, so I can't. So how are you from Brockton and you like Bigfoot? Is that what you're asking?
Well, Bigfoot don't live in Brockton. We all know that.
You will be surprised. I've had a.
He does not go to DW. Don't even sit here pulling that shit with me.
Hey,
I saw Green. He's over on Green Street. Like, yo, what's up, dog? Like, what do you mean?
West Side.
I had a sighting in Brockton near Remover Park.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
That didn't get me. I was into this long before I saw what I think was a sighting.
You know what you saw.
I know what I saw, but it wasn't the classic.
It never is. Hardly ever is. Hardly.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
tell me how you get into any of this shit, and you're in Brockton, and walk me right up to that sighting. But stop with how you get into ghosts, and tell me how you get into that stuff. But then walk me up to that sighting. Go ahead.
Once I was a child, like, do you want me to
No
start
way
back? Like, I don't know how far back you want me to go with this. No,
diapers.
Okay, so years ago,
like 20 years ago, right?
Yeah, like 5 years ago when I was 20.
Oh, hey, girl.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get prepared for my story. Hold on.
All right.
So
you go, girl.
Hang on, I'm gonna prepare for your story too. Hang on. What are you
Prepare,
lighting a
get ready.
butt? You lighting a smoke?
I am. I'm gonna light a smoke. Okay.
You damn right you are.
You get 100.
I don't care if you come on the show and smoke fatties all night. I could give a shit less. We're having fun, man. Relax. Everybody got a fatty on the side? Everybody, hey, if you got a fatty smoking right now on the side, everybody give me a thumbs up who's smoking some ganja. Okay?
I can tell you, I know somebody in the chat that's probably smoking one right now.
Person in the chat right now. I think we got it nailed down, Coach. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure well, no, I know pretty sure specific the vodcast is lighting up while he's watching this.
Good. Smoke it up, brother. Tell me.
Years and years ago when I was a small child, there were a lot of like books that I read that had like sea monsters in it and like cryptid type things that they put out for kids. And that like piqued my crazy interest. I liked ocean animal, like ocean cryptids. Always loved like sea creatures and bullshit. I was like, shit, should I swear? And then it just came out anyways.
Swear.
And it just kind of rolled into unknown is always something that's just, you want to know, you want to research it. You want to know more about like all this unknown type of stuff. I see. Told you.
It all starts coming in. Look at Dehu's
like, yeah.
Yeah, we already know.
We already know you, Rich. That's the first person in my mind.
Yeah.
No, just I always loved the unknown and the unexplained shit. Like, you know, when we were younger and they had those hardcover books that were like Chariots of the Gods and whatnot, the Mysteries of the Unknown, like 12-volume set you could buy. I used to love that. So it just rolled into being an adult and being able to like do my own research and go to my own places and talk to people that had the same interests as me. And here we are today.
No, and that's so you just kind of kept following up with that. Like I was a kid that went in the school library looking for that stuff. You know, the only kid.
Exactly.
You had to knock the dust off it because they were getting some other weird books to us. And but for me, I was like, what's this Loch Ness thing they speak of?
And it's kind of easier now because it's more in the public. Like, you don't have to be so ashamed. It's not this like outside fringe thing. Like somebody asked in your thing. Yeah, that. It's a lot bigger now. It's a lot. Yeah. That's actually one of the speakers that'll be at Cryptidfest, by the way.
Hey, 21 Films. What's up?
How you doing?
He'll be doing a talk on he actually had a movie called Cryptid. And he'll be doing a talk about independent films and movie making. Like monster movies, which will be a blast.
Nice.
That's badass, man. I'm gonna make sure I like and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Everybody else probably should too. Sounds very interesting.
Yeah, but cryptids aren't so like, you don't have to be such a I don't want to say a nerd, but you don't have to be like this underground, like X-Files fringe type of person to like cryptids nowadays.
Right. And
want to talk about them.
Yeah,
you know?
I can relate with that. I had the same issue on my house, and people have heard me talk enough, but you know, having that incident, having 10 years of experiences, all that stuff, you know, having kids grow up on the property didn't help either because I didn't want anybody going over there. You know, so there was so many variables that went into it, but the ridicule and the bullshit that comes with it. And, you know, I didn't want none of that either. And then when I lost my son, as I say on my podcast, that it just, I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do to make me feel that. So you can ridicule me all you want. Like, I believe in structures. I don't even care. I just say it. You know what I mean? Before it'd be like, even when I was in the Bigfoot, I wouldn't tell anybody I like structures. You know what I mean? Like, I believe Bigfoot makes them. You know, like it was a big no, don't say that. But now I'm just like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So and the fact that like you said, it's more mainstream, right?
Yep.
Which we got to be careful of, by the way, because it can get flooded with bullshit. So you believed in this stuff. You had the curiosity. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah, I would think I did. Yeah. Many.
I mean, I'm glad someone else don't think that you did. What the hell's that mean?
No, but I don't.
Yeah.
It can be explained off. Like somebody who doesn't believe in ghosts can be like, oh, well, that was a energy bullshit. That was you tripped down the stairs, whatever. No,
Yeah.
I think I've seen a ghost that I can say as a spirit, as opposed to it being, oh, you heard a car go by, or you heard a noise in the woods, or you heard that, or you heard this, you know?
Yeah. Right. And you generally know. Now, were you on an investigation, or was it where you live, or really?
Yeah. When we did Middleborough Town Hall a couple years ago, we were actually with the lady that ran the investigations, and thank God she was with us, because nobody would have believed it. Would have been like we faked it. That's how crazy the evidence was. So I'm glad the lady that ran it was with us, so she could say, no, I was there. This actually happened. Like she was kind of like, yes, it was great, because it was like such an EVP that even she was like, we have to go have somebody else listen to this. And I'm like, don't get freaked out, because if you get freaked out, you're like running it. Don't freak me out. Like you got to stay calm too, ma'am. Come on.
Yeah, let's keep it together here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Did you push her down the stairs and then said the ghost did it? Is that what happened?
And I was like, oh, somebody tripped this bitch down the stairs. Oh, a ghost. I don't know what happened.
Yo, bitch went rolling, man, and the ghost did it. I saw it.
She fell.
There's an extra glass of wine. That's all.
Yeah, she wakes up and be like, I saw a ghost.
Exactly. No, I say I want to get pushed down the stairs, but God forbid that ever happens, and you'll see me wheeling into a Cryptidfest somewhere because they pushed me down. I'm too old to take a fall down the stairs at this point.
Yeah. No, it's I haven't been into the town hall yet. Have you been to Oliver House?
Yeah. Which one did I go to? Oliver Ames' house. Yeah.
Oliver
Ames.
Over by the KOA, though.
Yep. I went to the Oliver Ames investigation.
Is it Oliver Ames? Why does that sound weird to me? I've been here my whole life. And
Oliver Ames High School. Yeah.
Well, I've been to the Oliver House. Is it all? I can look it up really quick.
Yeah, we call it the Oliver House.
Oh, well, I'm not from Middleborough. I'm from Shoetown, remember? So I don't know the
Yeah. But she said Oliver Ames, and it kind of threw me up. I'm like, Oliver Ames?
Is that Norwell?
Middleborough.
Isn't Oliver Ames in Norwell?
God. I think you're right.
I went to that house. Let's put it that way.
I know, but we need answers, damn it. We're a show based on facts, Carlozzi.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Come on.
I swear, I hope I'm right.
In the meantime, while we're waiting, does everybody like the mansion I got? Rich Glidden used to live here. He plays a grand piano. He doesn't know what prime is. All right. It's nice, isn't it?
I just looked it up, and it says the Oliver Ames estate. So I don't know what I'm just saying.
So is that what they named the Norwell school after?
Maybe. This is Easton. I said Middleborough by accident, but it's the
Easton.
It's
Easton. Yeah,
the Oliver Ames house.
Okay. That's what it was. That's two different houses.
So I was at the Oliver Ames house, not the Oliver house.
In Easton.
Yes.
Correct. So the Oliver Mill, like Oliver Mill in Middleborough on 44 and the KOA, we call it the Oliver House.
All right. So maybe I was at the wrong house.
All right. So anyways, I got some ins.
Maybe that's why nothing happened. I was just in somebody's house.
I'm tripping.
He finally admitted it.
Brett Oliver's house. God damn it. That's all we need to know.
There's no ghost.
Wojo,
just somebody's random
finally
house.
admitted it.
Yeah.
What's this? What's this? You know Herbie?
I do. I do. That's he was with me that night. That's my
well, yeah, we got
husband, my boyfriend, my partner. I don't know what word you want to use here.
What are we using? I don't know. What is
hey. Well, welcome, Herbie.
Yeah, we got an amazing EVP from the Middleborough Town Hall. That's what he's talking about now.
Oh, okay, yeah. The favorite part of that whole thing was he goes, "I got a great EVP from that night," and she goes, "He was there that night." And
he was there. Yeah, he was there. We were in the women's bathroom upstairs, and the EVP kind of told him to get the F out of the women's bathroom.
Oh,
Wow.
lover.
Yeah.
Lover.
Yeah,
Lover.
I guess that's the term we're using.
Wow. Okay.
What should you mean by lover?
Lover. All right. Well, that's it. So what? And it told him to get the F. Did it swear?
I believe. Yeah, I think it
Hey,
said.
Herbie, did it? Herbie, did it
Yeah,
swear?
there you go.
Yeah, Herbie, did it swear? Lover, did it swear?
Lava. What was the exact
Lover.
terminology?
Did you park the car in the Harvard yard, lover?
I think it said something like "go," like "fuck you" or something. Like, 'cause
Really?
we said, "Are you upset that there's a man in the woman's room?" And
Yeah.
you couldn't audibly hear it, but when we played it back,
Played it back.
and we
yeah.
were
Jealous spirits.
yeah, and it was like
Rude.
very, very adamant about getting, like, you should not be in this room right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And well, obviously that ghost doesn't know that that's accepted nowadays. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It was a gender neutral bathroom we were in. I don't think it knew that.
The ghost is shitting itself. What in the fuck's going on around here? God, I'm so glad I'm fucking dead. I deal with that bullshit.
These poor ghosts, like every October, like 50 people show up in their house and just like trace.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You know?
That's a great point. Imagine that. You're just sitting there chilling, and all of a sudden you don't even you don't know months anymore, right? And all of a sudden everybody starts kicking in your bathroom and walking around, men, women.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter.
No, right? I can't imagine why they were so pissed off.
Yeah, that's Herbie.
Yeah, you got to come to the what's it called, Rich? The Wicked Pisser by Matt Warner from Warner Productions.
Oh, yeah. Have you been over there for the in November?
It's in
3rd?
Rockland at the
November 3rd. No, stop talking. Why are you always saying the wrong stuff? You're like, it's over there on Smith
then why don't you
Avenue.
stop me, sir, and say I got the real answer?
I don't. That's why. It's over at Hotsef Hall on School Street, 34 School Street. No, I just made up a number. Warner Paranormal Productions, they put on these Paracons and stuff.
Oh,
and
nice.
you go, yeah, they have vendors and everything else. I like to go over there and interview the vendors. He's part of the Get Haunted Network, which is what we're on. That's the platform we're talking on right now. There's like 2 million people watching you right now, Carlozzi.
No, that's why I'm mentally freezing up.
No, it's like 22. Relax. No, just kidding. But no, they're great people, great place. And they took me in. I met them there last year. I've only had a podcast for 7 months. I met them last year before I had a podcast. I met them in like October, November. And I started my podcast that December. But they put me on their platform. And I walked around. They had Get Haunted was there. There was a bunch of different vendors, like kind of exactly what you're doing. And then they had the presenters and guest speakers, and I was a guest presenter about Bridgewater Triangle and Bigfoot. So I got to tell my story because Bigfoot basically was in my backyard, and that's my story, and it's crazy. And I feel blessed now that I was chosen, but the more I think about it, I think of I try to think of those little nitty gritty things that happened that you lose in your memory, kind of, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember for instance, going into the house and just sitting there thinking, like, what in the fuck was that? You know what I mean? And I can still hear the crunching out back, walking around, the tree snapping. And then I go out back and I find these structures. I'm like, oh, that's what that motherfucker was doing. You know what I mean? It was absolutely nuts.
What is your backyard like abut? Like, what forest is back there?
Excuse me. So I own 3 acres. It abuts 94 acres of conservation land. And 1.1 mile out exactly is the Taunton River.
Okay.
And it bottlenecks to my property like a triangle. You come to a point and you're in my backyard. And back in the day, there's no way you didn't know how to get in or out of there. It's just the way it was. And I would go out there and venture with my kids here and there, but not a lot. Very eerie, kind of crazy. We'll bring you there if you guys want to go. You, Herbie, and you guys want to go and hang out. We'll bring you there, man. You can jump right in with our crew. We have nothing to hide. It's absolutely kick ass. And the structures that I have found there are insane. Not a lot of people have time to look at Maya, but what the fuck? What is going on? Hello?
Yeah.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
My monitor, dude, what is happening tonight? I swear I'm being haunted.
The ghosts don't like your new studio.
Oh my God, this is nuts. The screen that I'm on. Hang on. Oh man, I was having fun. Jesus, dude. But
see, if I had my show, it would never happen like this.
Well, go have your own damn show then. Let me see this. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna try something. That's weird. I don't know why that did that. That's like, oh, I see Jessica down there. Carlozzi, I see you.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, you're
I'm
laughing
still
at me.
here. I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing with you.
Oh, please, somebody laugh.
That's smart answer.
Oh, wait,
Well,
did it come?
No,
Something came back up.
Rich.
Yeah, something came back up. It's like slowly putting itself back together. This is crazy.
Oh, Andy's gone. It's a Wojo show.
Yeah, he's probably got to reboot.
Yeah.
Well, how about this, Jess? While Richie's fixing himself, so when you know in the cryptid world and stuff like that, and you happen to possibly see what you saw, I mean, how do you like get that word out and just kind of spread your, I don't know, your experience and what have you?
I didn't. That I only just started talking about what I saw last year, and I saw what I saw 10 years ago.
And it must be difficult just to like, who do I talk to?
Yeah, that's why I started doing my show, because people were like, I don't know what you're talking about with a puckwudgie, or what's a Bigfoot. That's kind of like a big one. People know that one, but like people kind of give you side glances when you're like, hey, you want to talk about cryptids?
Right.
They don't. So you kind of have to find your little tribe with your shows and whatnot, like what Richie's doing and what. But no, I never really, I came home and told Herbie about what I saw, and it was hard enough to explain to somebody that believed me right off the bat. And I think maybe 6 months ago was the first time I brought it up publicly. So I didn't talk about it. I like hearing other people's experiences, but I don't have any proof of my experience other than what I saw that night.
Right.
So I don't really bring it up that often.
Well, I mean, obviously, I haven't seen anything. I used to play softball with Richie for like 20 years, off and on. And I happened to see him on a podcast, and he's like, I'm like, what's he doing on a podcast? What's this with his Bigfoot? So I gave him a call. I go, hey, what's going on? He goes, had these experiences and all this stuff. I go, get the frig out of here. And I've always been intrigued, like, being a youngster, the Bigfoots, UFOs, things like that. I was always interested in, but I never thought that this stuff would be around here. So Richie happened to give me a call 2 days later. He says, hey, listen, I'm supposed to go to Western Mass. I'm supposed to go with somebody, but they couldn't make it. You want to come? So, you know what? I just said to myself, I want to call out his bluff. I want to see what he's seeing. I want to know what's going on. So we go to Western Mass, and then that's when we found these huts and strange twisties and things like that. Twisties are like trees that have been broken in like 90-degree angles, so on and so forth. Now, I've been a deer hunter all my life, and I've been around the woods of New England. But when you start to see things unnatural, that's when it was starting to catch my interest. And after that trip, I was like in a rabbit's hole. Then he brought me to his house, and then I'm like, what is going on around here? So, and ever since, I would say I've been his big push. Let's go out. Like every other week, pretty much every weekend. And now we're just we're finding newer areas, finding like more tree structures, more prints, things like that, of that nature. And
and he has water on his property, right? He has like a river of water on his property.
Yes, he's got a river that runs through his property, and actually the same river runs through the area that's pretty much not too far away from his house. So there's been connections of what we're seeing, and during our investigations, and we brought a crew in today and blew their minds off. And I told them straight out, come with us. I go, it's coming in with an open mind, and we'll have that discussion. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to say, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too with he's back.
He's back.
Something is very strange, and I apologize very much. I don't know what is happening. I'm floating. Look at me floating. What are you doing? No.
Oh,
don't leave Cynthia out of this. Lift my desk back up at once. Everybody thinks it's Cynthia.
But yeah, Jess, that's the experience that I've been getting like a lot. And it's been quite a ride, and it's awesome.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people say, like, since he has water on his property too, like a river, like animals congregate towards rivers. Animal like deer, bear, any type of actual animal. Why wouldn't a cryptid, why wouldn't a Bigfoot be on his property? Because there's a water source.
Yeah, I mean, there's the water source that, you know. Yeah, you do have like deer, rabbits. You know, there are meats, but they also eat berries, you know, bugs, bark, chestnuts, and of course like skunk cabbage. So they just eat whatever they can.
Yeah,
it's true. They're big creatures, and on my property, I had chaos on my property for a lot of years. Like just every day there was something. Every day, daylight, nighttime, it did not matter. It was all the time.
How long did it take for you to make that jump into like, this isn't something that should be in my woods?
It took, all right. So this is my podcast. I'll ask the questions.
I'm so sorry.
I know where you got it from. I get it. I do the same thing.
I'm sorry. I will never ask you anything again.
Don't you dare. No, thank you. No, it's a great question. Actually, it was probably a good solid year of like after I realized it. So this is the point that I was talking about, where you think of all those little things, those little tidbits, if you will. And yeah, hey girl.
Yeah, like, hey girl.
So you think about that, and it was like, oh, that was going on like a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like that was part of what I now know is, and I didn't realize that they were connected, right? So I'd say a good year and a half where I started going, oh, okay. And what happened was I brought my kids out there. They were little. I had three little dudes, and I was like, I put them all in these superhero, like made up superhero hats, and you know, we had weapons. So they had a little wooden sword. One had a little my softball bat, you know, and we go out there looking for the monster. And that's where it was. It was just like no big deal. And we have a game trail, and I walked along the game trail, and it opens up in this big area, and then it's just dense forest, like wetland, skunk cabbage, and peat moss. And we're standing on this clump of moss, and there's a big white birch that's like an upside down A. It splits. And I'm standing there, and I look up, and there's this perfectly parallel tree. Well, hell, we can do this. Hang on a minute. Let's have some fun with this, because we can do this. Here we go. No, don't start. I'm going to show it to you right now. Hang on. Right there. So I walk up to this, and I stare at it with my kids, and I went, that's odd. And because look where it landed. I look up, and there's branches in the way, and I'm like, how did that fall? And I follow it to the left, and if you look to the left, there's a branch over the tree, and there's a branch under the tree. And I went, oh, you need thumbs for that. And it hit me, because I'm always an enthusiast, always watching the shows. I don't like sitcoms. I'm not into that. I love documentaries, live sports. I like real stuff. That's what I like. That's what I watch. So I would watch stuff, not so much like YouTube then, but you know, as close to a documentary as I could find, you know. And it hit me when I looked at that and said, that doesn't belong there. That didn't make any sense. I looked at my kids and I said, all right, guys, time to go back. Because I realized what I was looking at wasn't natural. And I don't care what anybody tells me, because there's no way that thing's sliding down and landing there and putting itself over and under that damn tree. It's not happening. You know what I mean? So I think that's about when it hit me. And then after that, I started really paying attention. I'd go out there and I'd grab a friend and go out there. I didn't want to go out alone, because I knew what I was hearing. So for years, I'd hear that crunch, 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 crunch. Yeah. Like, say you're looking at this structure, right? Look out as far as the eye can see. That's where I would hear the crunching from. And then a tree break or a snap or, you know, something like that. Like, I'm like, what is going on out there? It's like a construction crew is out in my woods. It was crazy. Jesus. And then at nighttime, of course, it got weirder. And I have a camper set up out there where I play video games and, do some office work. And I'd come out at night and I'd hear, as soon as I opened the door to step out, I must have startled something. I hear this big loud, and it's like 50 yards from me at my fence. And I remember I froze. And I think by that time I bought like an airsoft gun to make a lot of noise or something, just to try to scare something away. And I shot it up in the air, like, get away from me. Like, I didn't know what it was. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Right. So once I did that, it ran across the yard, or something ran across the yard beyond my fence in, like, I don't know, 10 seconds flat, and it would take me 10 minutes to get through there.
Shut.
And I went over to the other side of the camp, and I was like, bah, 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 bah. Yeah, get away from me, leave me alone. And as soon as I did that, there was another big, huge break on the left side again, and I went, oh shit, there's two of them. And then it hit me, the one good thing about like finding Bigfoot, now it's just, I'm not into production anymore, but I was. I did learn some things from that show, and one of them was flanking. A lot of people spoke of flanking. I've been flanked a few times. So I started backing up to the house. So after a while, I figured out that there was a juvenile there, and that was Mom, and Mom was getting my attention so the juvenile could get away, and I wouldn't bother the juvenile. And I never brought that loud gun up there again. You know what I mean? Because I feel a connection to what's on my property.
And if they're obviously not scared of it if they keep coming back too.
Yeah. Now they, right, exactly. And now they know I put the loud thing away.
Yeah.
And that I talk to the woods, like, oh, hey guys, how you doing? Neighbors like, oh, here we go again. This guy's twisted, And so that's what kind of happened to me. And those are the events that kind of set things off. The biggest one was the tree snap. When I was working in my yard around a fireplace raking. I heard a little bit of crunching. I thought it was off in the distance. And all of a sudden I hear one pull. I turn around like this, and I just caught this brandy fresh oak tree about 8 inches around coming down to the ground. I could see the top of it beyond the game trail into the dense area. Kind of, there's an opening right there, like where this is located. And I caught it falling to the ground. And I went to the fence with my phone. I said, come on, where you at? Like I was feeling ornery that day, big tough guy. And I was like, yeah, where you at? And I held my phone out, and you hear on my phone, you hear it go, but I couldn't see it. I was like, and then I realized stupid, set in, and I'm holding it up and I'm going, something just growled at you and you can't see it. I would probably back up, you idiot. You know what I mean? So I backed up all the way to my street. It changed my life because now I put something guttural, something physical with what I had been hearing all these years. And my hands went down to my knees. And I remember I was just sitting there like reprocessing my life. Like, what just happened to me?
Yeah, it's so like instinctual. Like, it's so primal when something like that happens.
Yep.
To like your body is just like, oh shit, it's actually right here in front of me. And I'm not really quite sure what to do.
What do I do? Right.
Yeah.
What the reaction was crazy. And since then, I've heard samurai chatter from about 75 yards away. There's two of them having a conversation. And I was standing there with Dave McCullough from Squatchachusetts and a local folklore on Bridgewater Triangle. This woman anyways, but we were all just standing there, and we had got done with the investigation, and we heard it. I don't know if you ever heard the samurai chatter from the Sierra Sounds. It's a language. There's no doubt it's a language. And the first one, I kept hearing them walking around, and all of a sudden one just goes something like that. And then the second one picked up, and he was bigger, you could tell, and he was like, and they were talking to each other, and then it went on to where the first one picked up again after the second one stopped, and it went real fast, and then it made like a noise, it sounded like a tree knock, but there's no way it was more like a chest pop. Mountain gorillas do it, and then the second one, as soon as the chest pop came on, the second one picked up and did another pop, said something. And then he went like that. And Dave McCullough and I'm staring at Dave going, dude, that's Sierra Sounds, bro. Right here in my backyard. Are you fucking kidding me? And he goes, I think it's time for us to leave. And we're already at the edge. All our equipment was put away. Backpacks were being carried, not even on our backs anymore. And we were walking on anyway. So these two creatures walked us out. And I remember I turned around, I got through the fence, I turned back around, I waved to him. I go, thank you guys, appreciate it, man. We're leaving now. Sorry to bother you, you know. And that's the way that went. When you had your experience, right? Oh, what's this? Oh, Chatter. Oh, Chat is cool, right? I do have game cameras out there. I did at that time. I got, you know, some suspect stuff, but game cameras don't seem to be the end all. There's a lot of discussion with IR lighting, stuff like that, almost like a beacon through the forest, you know, when they can see at night. So they're smart and they know where it is. And I actually have some pictures. What I think is here, like something reached around the camera like this and set it off and pulled his hand back. You could almost see it because there's no medulla in the middle. Like humans have the medulla in their hair follicle. What are you laughing at, Carlozzi?
Me? I'm sorry.
Is that a fun?
That word.
A fun word?
Kicked me off.
Medulla
Yeah.
oblongata.
The medulla oblongata, exactly.
I know what she was thinking. She's going, oh, what?
No, I am only as smart as the medulla. That's where it stops.
God.
Sorry to disappoint everybody. But yeah, no, that's a good question. And that's something that I have, you know what I mean? When you had your experience, right? Now let's get to your experience, right? So were you walking down the street? Was it daytime? Was it nighttime? Like tell us what it was. Like bring us back there, live it.
So I was walking, it was nighttime. I was walking my dog up the street, kind of down the street, and behind a fence is where Remova Park was, which was part of like the Ames State Knoll Woods at the time. Mm-hmm. It's all been clear cut now, so there's nothing there anymore. But at the time, it was like miles of just woods and trees. Mm. And this was a dead end street. I used to walk her down there, and she was about 90 pounds. So it wasn't like I was like had a tiny little dog with me and I was nervous. Like I had a big girl and I still tucked and ran and made her do the same. At the end of the street, it was right before the opening of the gravel pit that led into the woods. Mm. I saw something run across the street underneath the spotlight, but it was on all fours.
Oh.
So it was too big to be a bobcat. It was too unnaturally shaped to be a bear.
And what year was that? Like 10
I'd
years
say
ago?
maybe about like 10 or 11 years ago.
Right. So, I mean, my point for the question is the bears have become more prominent in the last 5 years or so.
Yeah.
And if you see a bear around here, it's on the news.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, there goes Toby again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, this was bodily. This was not a bear.
Yeah.
And
you saw it. Was it like doing this thing?
Oh, it was on hands and feet hustling across the street.
Was it running sideways?
No, like straight across. It ran straight across in front of me under a spotlight. Crazy. But maybe like, I'm not good with distance, but like 200 feet ahead of me. I don't know.
Let's just call it holy shit.
Yeah, the holy shit type of measurement where it's
too close.
Enough. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. It was human-ish, but it wasn't a bear. I know for a fact. It was more like somebody put a dog man type of thing.
Not dog
man. It would be like the body of I don't know, if a Bigfoot dog man cross. But in my mind, that was a cryptid. It wasn't anything other than something unexplained.
Kind of like the movement, everything.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not the process. I mean, I can picture you, like, when you're looking at something that just happened, and you try to process it. I mean, it's such a delay. You're like, what the hell did I just see?
Yeah, like your brain can't process the way it's moving because it's moving unnaturally.
Right.
And Bigfoot's bipedal, but I've heard that they also are fourpedal. I don't know which word I'm looking for here, but you know what I'm talking about.
They're primates, man. They get down on their hands and knees. They're primate. That's what they're said to be.
And I don't know if it was a younger type of cryptid. I can't just outright say it was Bigfoot because I didn't see it. I didn't see it close enough to see its features, but it was something unnatural that ran across the street in front of me. If anything, it was a younger type of Bigfoot creature. Yeah, that maybe was nervous. I was there with the dog. And it ran off into the area that would have been the Ames State Knoll Park, I believe it was at the time.
So it stood up and run?
No, it
stayed on all fours.
Clambered across the street like it's on all fours. And the back end of it was a little bit higher. So that's how I could kind of tell it wasn't a bear, because all the legs and feet weren't the same size. Like a bear, your hands and arms and legs are the same size. They're not going to be hiked up in the back.
And if you were to like kind of describe like the size, like the weight, like, you know, it's 300 pounds, 200
maybe a little bit under 300. I would say it was like a 6 foot tall, husky man, body wise.
I'm 5'9" husky, but I'm off.
So do you want to do the run across the street, and I'll tell you if it looks the same?
As long as there's no cars coming around.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I'm sure that, I mean, to see something like that, and did you happen to come by the next day, like, you know, and try to like find tracks, or just? It was
on the concrete. It ran across the street into the woods.
Yeah.
I walked down that street numerous times before and after that. I've seen a deer. I've seen a buck. I've seen tons of other animals, wolves, coyotes at the time. Nothing looked like this. I didn't go back down there that night to see if I could see any evidence, just because my whole body was just ice cold after that. Like I knew it wasn't a natural thing that I saw. I just couldn't figure out what exactly it was that I saw.
Wow.
It freaked me out for a while.
So, I mean, so someone like Herbie, has he encountered anything like, did you guys like, at the same time, just about cryptids, or just?
No, he's not my sidekick. That's going to sound terrible, but I'm more of the cryptid forefronter type of person. Like there's a lot of stuff that I like and I believe in, that he acknowledges that I like and I believe in, but he's not gonna, he'll go in the woods with us for damn sure, but he won't be the forefront of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, until you actually like, you know, I mean, I you know, sort of weird way when I started going with Richie. I mean, I'm going in with an open-minded, you know, into the woods, seeing, you know, strange. Well, we found these strange huts, and then like these twisted trees, so on and so forth. And then like, you know, then you start seeing like weird structures that are like, you know, 12 feet or higher and things like that. It's just, you get in that rabbit hole and you kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's pretty crazy. In that situation, you know, it's
I think I was
hard to
borderline skeptic, you know. I guess I can say.
Herbie believes that, like, will believe in anything that anybody believes in. Like paranormal, he's on board with that, but he wasn't there with me that night, so I can explain it to anybody. And he was like, "Yeah, you saw something," but he's not going to go look for something himself. Put it that way.
But one thing I do remember with Rich, when we went out to Western Mass for my first trip, is like, you know, when did you start like getting, you know, he goes, when did you start getting into Bigfoots, like things like that? Like, you know, how did I stop believing in things like that? You know, watching all the shows, I don't know, finding Bigfoot, you know, things that are trying to intrigue your mind, like it's a mystery. What's that show? In Search Of, and things like that. I mean, when I was young.
Oh, but, yeah, we saw Goonies.
But again, how we also explain to each other, like, how often do people like really talk about, like, you know, Bigfoots and other cryptids and so on and so forth. You know, it's just doesn't happen.
Yeah, we saw.
But now in the rabbit's hole, it's a different story.
Yep. Somebody mentioned in your chat it was a fight or flight instinct, and mine was just flight. Like I didn't have that. It was flight. It was just, that's weird. I don't know what the hell is going on right here. Let's just get home, just in case. I'm by myself. You know what I mean? Let's just tuck tail and run at this point.
Right.
Yeah. Now, how do you get out of there? Right. Like, yeah, I heard you talk a little bit about that, but when you have the dog, right? Physically put me there. Right. For me, I'm backing up.
I just stopped and kind of like processed, and I was like, all right, it's time to go home.
You just
you were with your dog, correct?
I was with, actually her name was General Tidbits at the time. That's where this all came from.
That's cool. I mean, how was the dog's reaction? Like,
she just froze with me.
Really?
Because you could definitely see it in the spotlight. It was nighttime. I used to walk her night, whatever, 10, 11 or 12, whatever it was. But that spotlight was bright enough so that you could see clearly something run across the street.
Right.
And it's funny because, like I had mentioned earlier, this happened 10-ish, 12 years ago, whatnot.
Right.
I didn't bring this up in public until maybe last year for the first time.
Right.
You know, and now that's all clear cut. So whatever was possibly there is not there anymore. Anyways, there's no more caves, there's no more trees, there's no more forest. So whatever it is, I moved on.
Wow.
Right.
So he still angers me. Okay. So it drives me nuts that they cut everything down. But anyways, I digress. Sorry. So that now, when that happens for you, right now, you already into cryptids at that point. You're already open-minded to it. How does that change that thinking, though? Does it intensify it? Does it make you want to step away from it?
No, it intensifies it. I'm all about going and seeing and touching and smelling and hearing what I can. I want to be able to. I don't use my channel to do a lot of like exploration videos or, you know, go in the woods type of situation, but I'm always down to go in the woods, and I want to see it. I want to experience it.
I would say, wouldn't that area that she's talking about be part of the triangle, Rich?
Yeah, it's kind of right outside of it.
Yeah, it's like right on the edge.
Yeah,
So the triangle is a monetary thing. Let's all be real about
it ebbs and flows. Like Bigfoot doesn't know he can't cross
it's the whole area. It's the whole area and the South Coast.
Brockton, I can't go there. Like, no.
There he is. Stop it. We all know that. We all know Bigfoot was like, I gotta get out. It's probably why he was running.
He was running. He was like, oh, he came here for a Cape Cod pizza and then took off. That's what happened.
Well, that's a smart Bigfoot right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So no, the triangle thing was coined by Lon Michaels because it was a money thing. Put it on the books. You know what I mean? Type of Bermuda Triangle. That's all it was. And we all know here, even like the authors of the area, folklorists of the area, they all know that it's the whole area from the coast all the way into Rhode Island.
He's from Maine. He's not even, Lauren Coleman's not even from Massachusetts. So
right. What does he know?
Exactly. Yeah. The triangle has, I think, gotten bigger as time goes on.
100%.
Because more people are out there looking for things and finding things.
Yep. Yeah. Well, technically, Joe DeAndrade and my area is basically not the triangle, and I live in Bridgewater.
I think you guys are right in the heart of it.
Well, exactly, and where he is like where he had his sighting was less than 2 miles from me.
Okay, yeah, I was right in the clay banks a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that whole area, and you got to remember, 2 miles to them is nothing.
No,
it's nothing. You're talking. I've measured the strides between 55 and 73 inches, depending on their size. Our stride is not that.
Mine definitely isn't. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Never mind stepping over things, walking through things, moving things out of your way. They have no problem doing that. It's a completely different ball game.
Yeah. When we went, the distance alone from, I finally saw where he saw it from.
Yeah.
To where he saw it. And there was no way that was a bear. There was no way that was a person. Like he showed me the distance across the lake of where he saw the creature. And it's believable to see the story in real life as opposed to hearing him tell it. There's absolutely no way a bear could have shambled, however it did, down the bank that he saw the animal on.
Well, because they have that distinctive walk, and when the bears do run, they do have that little giddy up stride and so on and so forth. So I mean, it's just pretty interesting of what you saw. I mean, it's unexplainable, and that's
I've heard that. I'm sorry, I've heard that story before, though. I've heard that crouch down, that spider crawl. Yeah, that's what it's like, right?
I don't like that term. That whole spider walk, spider crawl term.
But you know what? You've heard it before.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a legit thing. That is something that has been done and under streetlights. So it's been given. Listen, that thing is.
I'm still getting, it's been, like I said, 10, 12 years. I just got chills from like you using the term spider crawl because
you're reliving it.
I'm reliving it. Yeah. And I don't, like I said, this isn't a story I go around and tell because I don't have any proof of it. I have proof of what I remember of it. And I clearly remember that event. It'll never go away because that's the only I think, cryptid one-on-one I've ever had. But to do this term spider crawl, I don't ever want to like, oh, it's creepy.
But I could see it though. That's the crazy
yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing, is that I could see it, and there's been reports of it before, and to me that's validation. You know, so when you have an experience, and I said this to, I think it was Steve today, from, now that we're talking about Steve, Lovely Essence. www.lovelyessencesquare.com. Buy your soy candles there. Okay. So anyways, he's a friend of ours, and he's in the Bigfoot.
Oh, that's nice. Is that a Bigfoot candle?
Yeah, of course, man. He hooked me up, man.
That's nice. What's it smell like?
This.
Oh wait, I'm not asking you questions. Never mind. Forget I asked you questions. I wasn't supposed to do that.
You're always allowed to ask questions.
How dare I?
Quiet, co-host. It's like a softy, minty. I don't know. Doesn't say. It smells like Bigfoot. No,
there you go.
Like a musty dog. No, it smells delicious. But yeah. So I said to him today, I said, you know, I had trouble sleeping for like a week after each event that I had. Each event being flanked, hearing the samurai, the tree break with the growl, the just the walking around. Even when I find a structure or a print, you know, it's mind blowing to me, to where I lay in bed thinking about it, and then I have trouble sleeping afterwards. But when I had the events where they were close to me, it shut my body down for days, man.
Yeah.
I could be at work and just shudder and be like, damn, man. It was so startling, scary, you know, to know that any given moment gone. Like, it was like, it's obviously a powerful creature. I just watched it snap a tree, basically. You know what I mean? I haven't had 100% sighting, but it was like everything that I put together between the talking and everything else, I always say makes me a 95%er. You know what I mean? And that's just me trying to be fair and not exaggerate. And like you said, I don't have evidence of this, or I don't have evidence of that. I can only present the evidence that I got. You know what I mean? Plus, you have quality people that witness the samurai chatter. You know, people that are well known in the Sasquatch world. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I don't know. That's what it did to me. I had trouble sleeping. When they ran across the yard that time, that was absolutely frightening. And I remember just sitting up. I was probably like 3 a.m. before I probably passed out that night. I was freaked, man.
Yeah.
I was completely freaked out. So I made a gifting stump, and I put oatmeal raisin cookies on it. And I ended up getting a piece of lichen back. It was perfectly torn off a tree. And I put 2 little saplings on the stump to see if little critters would move them when they went up there, or a bird jumping around eating them. There wasn't a crumb in sight. The cookies were gone. And there was a perfectly torn piece of lichen that is on my YouTube page. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. In there, you can see it sitting between the 2 saplings that I put in place. It's like it peeled off a tree and gave it to me.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I knew. Yeah, that's when I knew that I had given an offering.
Yep.
And
it was received.
It was received.
Yep.
We made peace with each other. So no, that was really amazing. You know what I mean? So before we go, you want to check out some of my stuff? Yeah, you want to talk about it? I'd love your opinion of it. You know what I mean? Let's see where we're at. Oh, so this is the huts that we believe we found.
This is on your property?
No, this one is in Western Mass.
Oh, I was like, I would be more like, that's crazy.
No, I have ambush huts on my property. Nothing as extensive as this.
Oh,
you see the bends on the left side? They go all the way around. There's 4 of these located in that area.
Wow.
Yeah. Hang on.
Actually, a 5th one with the stand up. It was kind of like limped, but also there were like pine trees, the branches pulled from the knot of the tree, put over over these branches. It's like a stand-up hut, like it's like an ambush hut standing up. It was like over 7 feet tall. I was underneath it. I was like right by these huts. Never even knew it existed until I went out there a second time. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, and you're seeing stuff that you know is physically not able to be done by a human being.
Right. Yeah, and well, because when me and Rich were out there, and Rich was talking, and I happen to look, and I see, like, if you look to the left side, I don't know if you can zoom in or whatever, but but the trees from the ground up, it just limped over, and I'd never seen anything like that. And so it was kind of like this. It was like away from us when we were talking. I looked, I go, saying to myself, "What is that?" And then Richie's talking, and he's like, "Hey, what is that?" Ha, like that, and that's how we found these things. Like I immediately ran into the woods, like I wanted to see what he saw too, and we bumped into that, and Richie crawled underneath it and Scanniversed underneath that. It was unbelievable stuff. Yep. And we found a deer shed nearby these structures, and there's water nearby. It was just like really, you're talking in the middle of nowhere, like a couple of miles deep in the woods, the middle of nowhere.
But the key to this stuff, and I try to, I'm the structure guy, and it comes a lot of criticism, but I don't give a shit. I know what I'm seeing. We reach out to experts. Wojo has a friend that's works for the University of Georgia. All he does is trees, figures out how they die, how they got like the way they were. That's his job every day. We send that out to him, and he he doesn't have a logical explanation for it. So I sent this to Alex Petikoff, a guy that is well known in the Bigfoot world. And you have to chalk it up. It's not just Bigfoot with that guy. He's a wilderness expert. He's out there all the time living in the bush. And he doesn't believe in structures, and that's fine because it's not scientific enough in a sense, right? Which I guess I'm assuming that's what he thinks. But he says, I'm not into structures, and I said, absolutely, and I respect that, Alex. But what is your opinion of an outdoorsman of what this is? He goes, humans do weird things. He goes, but I don't know what that is. And I said, thank you. That's an answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Just that's because huge.
I've had somebody say to me before, look, I've never seen $1 million in person, but I know it exists.
Right.
Why can't it be the same thing with cryptids?
Great point, right?
Great point. I never heard that one, but that's great.
If I have to prove to you that Bigfoot did it, you got to prove to me that he didn't.
Exactly.
So what's fair is fair. Prove to me that this can be done by another creature. Prove to me that a bear can do this, that Mother Nature can do this, that magic whirlywinds can do this. Prove to me that. Prove to me those trees are bent like they are by something other than something with thumbs. Prove that to me. I want to know that, right? So, hey, check it out, man. We got tinfoil in the house. What's up, bro?
Hey, tinfoil.
Richie, can you show the fancy graphic of the print you casted? Yes, I think I could find that somewhere. I had it up early. I don't know where it is at the moment.
What was the question before that? Is that the Scanniverse? Maybe.
Yeah, Scanniverse is the name of it. All one word, SCANIVERSE. Just
you find it on your iPhone.
Right. Yeah. If you have an iPhone, you're smart enough to own an iPhone, it's in there. So the one on the left, I'm not a big fan of Android users. The one on the left is a 360 tree twist, not a 180. That is spun all the way around and then pressed to the ground. 360.
Look at that. That's just
that's crazy.
That was on the edge of the game trail on my property. And I was walking the game trail and shit.
Have you done it overnight on your property?
No. Stop with that silliness. Just stop.
Well, if you do, let me know.
Oh wow! Campfire is growing.
If I have 20 people come out with me, then maybe, and everybody got to be strapped.
All right, hey, I'm ready.
I'm telling you, good girl. Because it's nuts. The place is frightening. Yeah. It's been a frightening. Now we've had this last episode, not last episode. I did Bigfoot with a fan. That's how I got Wojo, right, to come out with me. And then I did Bigfoot with a fan part 2. We got 4 sticks thrown at us in 4 different locations. One of them's right over there on my little area in my cool ass studio, bitches. No, I was kidding. But it's no, sorry. So the one on the right is important. This is called the suspended tree, right? Because the tree's suspended. You get it? Brilliant. Now look behind me. Do you see that arch behind me with like an X in the middle? Yeah. You see that? Well, let's go back to the suspended tree. The suspended tree is in the middle picture. It's the big one in the middle that goes inside that tree. See the Y of the other tree? It is needle and threaded right through that and holding it.
That's not a natural type of phenomenon. That's like put there like that.
Mother Nature did not do that. No. You cannot. I'm not being convinced otherwise. So we're going to get back to that. So remember the picture on the right. Remember that picture, everybody. I should say that in a more sultry voice. Remember that picture, everybody. There we go.
This is ASMR tonight with.
Yeah, sure, whatever. BDSM. Well, that's right, Jim. We're broadcasting live from BDSM Radio. Sorry, you guys still here? Do I still have an audience? Oh, I do. Let's see. So these are like tree bends and twists, things that we investigated that are curious, These, I believe, are pointers. They're basically like Native Americans did this. It's easy peasy, right? Then we get into the X's. Not my exes. That's a whole long story, and we'd have to have like a 30-hour podcast, and that's just the ex-wives. So, anyways, I'm really into what? Sorry, I'm drifting. Shadow Side says it's free on Android. Yeah, it's free on everything. Android's toilet water, bro. Ask your wife; she'll tell you.
Jamie, good question.
Yeah.
I would say they use everything, their arms, their body. It's just, because some of these structures that me and Richie are finding are like, you're talking like 15-inch trees. They're just being moved around, and it's just incredible.
I think the power that they have is so amazing.
Sick.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm going to show you why I think that, right? I'm going to show you. We're going to get to that other picture. Don't forget that other picture. Ernie Pack just jumped in.
Hey, Ernie.
Ernie Pack, I've been seeing you all over every podcast in America lately, and some out of
Ernie's
America.
The best.
My goodness, guy. Will you please sign my podcast? Let's see. So there's those, and then here's a close-up view of the hut. And you see all the trees, the way they're bent at the bottom, and kind of, some are kind of like a U, some kind of almost like stop and then get bent, but still, stay in that shape. So a lot of these things, they keep them alive so they can reuse them, right? They don't want to kill them because then they just turn orange and die and go away. Well, this way they keep every year. They get fresh stuff, right? Think about it, right? Every season.
Yeah, that's massive strength right there too.
Massive. This thing's just bizarre. This is on my property. Just an odd ass. Look at a tree stack against trees, on top of it. It was just nuts.
Perfectly.
I walked up to this thing going, what enough? They're all debarked. There's hardly any bark. 99% of the bark is gone on these trees. I get it. Age does that. Bugs do that. But it's just odd. Well, here we go, folks. So this is called the Dream Catcher. On the right, you can see it. That's on my property. That's the one I was standing in front of where the suspended tree was. I did a research and investigation and found that apparently it looks like the cover of a field guide research to Sasquatch structures, blah, 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 by Christopher Noel out of Vermont. Does the cover of that book look like that, you think?
Yeah, that's crazy.
The book is 2016. I discovered the Dream Catcher in 21. Just a very little
And it's a little tidbit, if you will. It's all on your property too. So there's no outside influence that you can say, oh, well, kids were screwing around. This is what it is. Yeah.
Well, correct. And this is a 40-foot tree. It's about 8 inches around or so, 6 to 8 inches around. And it's bent all the way down to where you see it. And it's held down by other logs. And then all these little designs are in the middle. This is all on purpose. It's on purpose, 100%. And not only that, the other way, if you're out there researching, you're doing these things, take a nice wide lens shot of your area. Walk back out there 7-10 days, take another shot of that area. You could compare on your phone what the place looked like 7 to 10 days ago compared to now, or 2 weeks or whatever, right? So it's not just about you got to research right? You got to investigate correctly.
Have you tried, either one of you guys tried to do this with a tree to see what type of force it would take?
Oh, we've gone over to move the slightest tree bends, it breaks, and you just can't budge them. I mean, a lot of them are all freshly bound. That tree's still alive. That tree's not dead. It's dead now, but that tree was alive. That tree was 100% alive. Matter of fact, a lot of the foliage you see above it is connected to it. Heard of Oranda Nautica. Is that anything to do with BDSM? Sounds like it is. Woo! Tinfoil, getting into it. No, but in all seriousness, no, sir, I have not. You're smarter than I. Please fill me in. Let's see. I know I personally am tired of seeing Ernie everywhere. Denise,
Oh,
he lives with you, Denise. Just close the door and go in the next room. You'll be fine.
Ernie and Denise are awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a video of Bigfoot lifting what they think is a 40-foot tree. Shows a Bigfoot at the bottom of the tree running with it and threw it about 30 feet. But if you look at that right at the end, right before he throws it, there's an edit cut in there.
There's an edit cut, yeah. I know which one he's talking about.
As soon as I saw that, I discounted it.
When I went a couple weeks ago with Joe DeAndrade and his friend, they brought me into Claybanks to show me a tree that had no reason to be where it was. It was a huge tree. There was no drag marks. There were no other trees in the area that looked exactly like it. And this tree was huge. It was probably like 200-300 pounds.
Yeah.
It was brought there and it was placed there.
Right.
And there's no way it wasn't somewhere where like machinery could do it. It wasn't anything a human could do.
Right.
And it was cracked off of the base.
And how does he feel about that? How does he think about that stuff?
He thinks a creature brought it there. Like there's no doubt in his mind. And now that I saw it, like I said, it's kind of different to see it up close and personal, rather than like listening to his story.
Truly, yes.
That was carried there. It had to have been. There was no other way this tree was where it was.
Yep.
And it's crazy the strength to think it must have taken to bring this tree there, to crack it off of a stump or
mind blowing.
Carry it to where they wanted it to be instead.
Yeah. If you go on my YouTube, that tree that was snapped that I heard from my yard, there's a video of me and my buddy. And I'm my old buddy. And we're explaining, I'm telling him that that's the tree, blah, blah, blah. And it snapped in one pull. And there it is. You see how fresh it is. And then he tries to like physically like move it. You hear it kind of crackling like it's trying to move, but you just can't, it's not happening. And you have to think of where they have to break it from. So if they're like, say that 8 feet tall, they got their arms are say 5 feet tall. So they're breaking a 30-foot tree only 13 feet up, 14 feet up tops, right? So think of that strength that it would take. They don't even got the buoyancy of the thinner part of the tree to break. They're snapping it where it's thick and fresh is my point, you know. This one here is called the Asterix. On the left, my property. On the right, Christopher Noel's book. Pretty close, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Tripping. Uh-oh, there's the picture. Did everybody remember the picture? Left side. Left side. You see me standing there with the suspended tree that's a little bit older and rotted down a little bit. You see it?
So I took this picture with Richie, and just the exact reenactment of pretty much the same spot that he took the last picture.
Yep.
He stood like that with his arms up. Go ahead, Rich. Now what?
Look behind me. You see the A that's broken?
You see the left side of his arm.
Yeah.
Right. That's the dream catcher.
That was the dream catcher snapped in half.
It snapped in the middle at the height, the peak of its height into the letter A. And you could see all the other trees. If you look close, all the other trees that made that design, they're all kind of down on the ground, leaning on it. Whatever it was, went back there and wrecked it. Not only is it amazing that they were capable of building it, I had one guy tell me that, somebody went out there and built that. I said, so you think rather than a bipedal creature that's been seen thousands of times or whatever, right? So you think somebody went out into this remote area that you can hardly get to with maybe a come along, some saws. There's no saw marks on any of those trees, and an engineering degree, and built that 40-foot arch rather than thinking that a bipedal creature that's been around thousands of years that the Native Americans even spoke of, that you'd rather believe that. I would literally take a 9-foot monkey over that theory any freaking day, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I did a lot of acid in the 80s. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I've tripped balls, all right, for days. Okay. For days. Anyway, sorry about that.
But that's the thing with it. Like, do you think that after they say you go on your property and you find the structures and then you come back and they've been like taken down?
Correct.
Do you think that when you find, I feel like I'm asking you a question, you're going to yell at me again, but I'm going to ask anyways. Do you think when you find these structures, they're like, oh shit, we have to, like the creature's like, all right, this one's dead to us because he knows this is here now. And they have to they ruin it purposefully?
Yeah, I've had this theory for years that I've spoken to with friends about that. I believe they take the structures down after I find them. Okay. And sometimes it's when they come back and find things disturbed, you know what I mean? Like, this bed's too soft, this bed's too hard, I'm Little Red Riding Hood, you know what I mean? And they go out there and they take it down. So, but some of them take longer than others. So I don't know if it's because they're in the area, when closer to when I'm out there, as opposed to they're nomadically traveling somewhere else, and then come back and find out that perhaps, I don't know how they would know I disturb it, because I would never touch it or anything like that.
Yeah, but they could probably smell you. I mean,
really?
That is true. I mean,
really, Carlozzi? Really? Really?
Oh, yeah. Boy stinks. I'm going to trash this tree.
Oh, Richie's been here. This one's dead to us, guys.
This dude fucking stinks. Wreck this shit.
I mean, they have to be able to tell you we're there. There's no way.
I got you. Right. So it could be something like that, or maybe it's just a pattern that they do after so long. I don't know. It seems like the time frames are different. Some were close, some were further apart. The 40-foot X got taken down, and I was still very upset about Goldilocks. Yeah, that's it. Oh, here we go. We got our answer. Not BDSM. Is an app where you have an intent in your mind, and it will take you to a place related. Wow.
I'm going to write that down and try that afterwards.
Some people found a body in a bag because it led them there. Tinfoil. Holy shit.
Dude, that is freaking mind-boggling.
So it's RANDON. Well, Randonautica. How's that?
I am trying that afterwards.
Dude, if you find a body in a bag, man, I'll pop my luck. I'd find like chicken. You know what I mean?
Just a rotisserie or like
just like not even a real chicken. Some fucking Walmart $6 eating chicken. You know what I mean? That's my shit luck. Just another fucking Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have pushed chicken in a bag. They have pushed over 2-foot diameter red oaks by their roots, where we go in southern Indiana, while we were 100 feet away. That's Ernie Pack. They have some crazy shit going on in that area, by the way. 100%. And I believe it, because we found an area, Ernie, man. I know I want to get down there with you guys, but I want you to come up here with me too. I want you to check out my area up here. It's crazy. A couple of 30-foot ladders too. Oh, with the engineering stuff. Yes, thank you. They are not monkeys or animals for that matter. That is fine. That is fine. That's where we differ a little bit, but I still like you, and I know you're watching my podcast by the rules, which means you have no pants on. So I appreciate you. There are no pants. This is a no pants podcast. You folk have a certain odor. Wow.
Wow.
Richie, I have played it. What? Is he? How much weed you fucking smoking, bro? Phil with 2 L's used to videos on that app. Oh, well, that'll get you in trouble. We've tried Randonautica. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Do you mean like butt crack? Because that sounds like some kind of butt crack thing. I'd love you to come up, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. I'm also topless. That's my boy. I bring out the best in people. You get taken to certain places by GPS. You say your intent, like murder, case, or rainbows, and when you go to the locations, you're supposed to see that intent. Well, you know what? I'm still gonna call it BDSM. So whatever you guys want, that's fine with me. All right. So let's check it out. Where are we here? Here we go. So in the area of the X, the 40-foot X, this is all my property. Basically, what you're seeing is a couple of pictures that weren't, but you see the middle picture, right? Mm-hmm. What do you see?
Is that a footprint?
Yes, the footprint, right? I don't want to lead you on. So I'd rather have you validate what I found. So this particular one, I showed to my 13-year-old, and I said, "What's that?" He goes, "Dad, that's a footprint." Mm-hmm. And I said, "Why do you say that?" And my 13-year-old son looks at me and goes, "The toe separation, Dad." So this is about 17 inches long. It's almost 7 to 8 inches across from the ball to the piggy. And that was found in the area of what I just showed you, all these structures.
And that's when you broke your bat.
That's when I broke my bat.
Yeah.
So as an investigator now, I put all these things together, right? And then it becomes evidence, right? Mm-hmm. So the other things already blew my mind. But then I find this in the area, and it kind of validates my theory, don't it? And people want to argue. And it's like, well, what else would be doing that? what makes a dream catcher like that? Not the magic whirlwind, not the super crystally ice, that weighs things down that we don't get anymore because it's too warm. But anyways, you know what I mean? None of that's happening. That is way less convincing than, again, me telling you a 9-foot monkey did it. All right, or whatever Ernie believes that it is. How's that, Ernie? Is that fair? I'm just trying to be fair, Ernie. So yeah, pretty crazy, right? That there's a footprint, folks. And for context, there was a row of them in one line going, but they were all kind of broken and not really good. Waldra was there when we found this together.
And what was that? Like 17 by
17 by like 7. It's almost
7,
8 inches. Yeah, it's like
almost 8 inches.
It's the same one that we've been finding. And that's the other thing. If you want to get into an area and pound that area, you'll start measuring and identifying who's who by the track size. We have one that's around 17 inches. We have a juvenile that's like 8 3/4 or something.
Wow.
Something, you know what I mean? And I think we've been finding 14, so I think that's mom. You know what I mean? So you get in an area and really pound it really good as an investigator, you will find evidence that connects the dots. And that's what we've been doing. And we've been doing it over on another area locally to Middleborough. You got to come out with us, you and Herbie and the gang, right?
Without a doubt, I'm dying to get in these woods.
Oh, listen, we are dead serious with what we do. And we found, and I'm going to tell everybody this. This is the other thing about structures. We basically have followed the structures from my property to where we are today, right? Wouldn't you say, Woj? Right?
Absolutely.
We have some recordings of like the slams and the bangs across the river that got us to go across the river, but there were structures there. And then we kind of just keep going and we're like, okay, what's the next spot of the map? We go across the street and then we come down here and then we're over here and then we're over here. Now we are where we are now. And I'm about to go back and cast a second print, be it a 3/4 foot with a defined heel. But did I send that to you? I didn't send that to you, did I? Carlozzi.
No.
I'm going to send that.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to send it
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to send it in Messenger, right?
It'll blow your mind. I have to admit that was a pretty big heel. I'd never seen a heel that big.
Yeah. And the thing, like, you're showing me the pictures and it's evidence and it's believable evidence. If you wanted, like, that's what people don't get. Like, if you wanted to fake something to be like, see, saw it. Like, you put somebody in a costume and throw them behind the dream catcher. Like, you don't have to do that. You know what you see and you know what you believe. Right. Like a lot of the evidence coming out is AI generated or like somebody in a costume trying to like whoop something up. You have evidence that you don't even need to like play up because it is what it is already.
I think so. You know what I mean?
It's great.
Yeah. And I think this Sunday night, we're going to be on Into the Night with Sean Kelly on his radio show podcast. And we showed him this stuff in a meeting, kind of like what we're having. We were just supposed to be on Tuesday night. And he goes, I want to do a 2-part with you guys. Are you free Sunday? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about the evidence on Sunday and then we're going to show it on Tuesday on his big show. Yeah, but that one he says he has 557,000 viewers.
Jesus.
I'm like, he goes, I just want to tell you in case you get scared. And I'm like, I get scared. Okay. You got the wrong dude, bro.
Dude, this footprint speaks more than like videos where people jokingly like pretend they saw a Bigfoot in their backyard. They're like, oh, look, it's a Bigfoot. And it's like a guy in a ghillie suit. Like these pictures speak louder than a lot of the other quote unquote evidence out there.
But also, too,
the
areas that we're finding all this stuff, it's like it just doesn't make sense. Like, who would be out in the woods to, make these prints or make these like sort of structures?
Yeah.
And again, we're talking about how we find structures, and then all of a sudden, the following week later, the place is trashed.
Mm-hmm.
And like today, I was blown away of all sorts of like structures were scattered all over the place, like just angry.
Yep.
Because we were there.
Because you were there. They were like, oh, fuck, we got to move.
And we found another big, gigantic X.
Yep.
Yeah, I took a picture of Richie and his son, and all of a sudden that thing is in pieces. It's just like they
destroyed. It was destroyed. And that was less than 2 weeks ago we were there.
Yeah.
And like I said, not only that, the hail print that I found was like 75 feet from the print that I just cast.
Yeah.
It's like, it's absolutely, and this bone this bone right here was out front of what we deem as natural huts, natural shelters, and it has no bone marrow. It's been completely snapped.
Jesus.
It's fractured on 3 sides.
The deer leg snapped.
It's a deer leg snapped, and it's got a fracture here, big one all the way down right here, and then over here there's 2 small ones. That thing is absolutely murdered, literally, right? And the bone marrow sucked right out of it. So, you put all these things together, right? That's what I do. So, and we do, and that's what we've kind of implemented. Let's grab these 3 pieces of evidence. It's just like paranormal, right? You get an EVP with an orb. Well, now the orb makes more sense and it's more believable than someone saying that's a light. And you're like, yeah, but I got the EVP with it. They're both time stamped. Look at now that ties the evidence together. And that's what we're doing in the cryptid world.
Yeah.
Check out your messenger, by the way.
Mine?
Yeah, check it out.
I am.
Look at that bad boy right there. What are you going to say, though?
No, that's the curtain.
Which one? Which messenger did you send that to me on?
Regular Facebook.
Oh.
Messenger.
Messenger.
Yeah, me or Cryptid bits?
You. Carlozzi. Forget about it.
No, I don't have anything.
What? I don't have anything. This is bullshit. What is going on in my studio? Cynthia? You need to calm down, young. She's looking further to the left tonight. I don't like it.
I ain't got shit.
No, man. Oh, it's still. Why does it still say set? Oh, hang on a minute. I know what's wrong. I got this. I got this. Relax. I got it. I was making a script with AI, and this is about Dogman. And the AI said I did not put it in the script. It said, "What if Dogman is Skinwalker for AI? It's a good theory." Whoa, man!
Wow, tinfoil's bringing it.
All right, here we go. Tinfoil's bringing it. I love it. All right, there it goes. There it goes. It's in. I'm sorry, my bad. There you go. I saw that you saw it.
Yeah, I got it now.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, Carlozzi.
Forget about it.
It's a fugazi. You see what? If you just press play, that sucker will spin for you.
No, I know how to use video. Don't worry.
It's Scaniverse. Okay.
This is how I deal with Richie.
That is insane. That's on your property?
No, this one is the new place we're investigating. It's less than 2 miles from my property, and we've been following the structures to this location.
Wow.
Look how defined that thing is.
Yeah, that's out of control.
Inside, it's rounded off at the bottom. It's not flat. It's not a foot. It's not a cut boot. If you look where the heel hits the leaves, they're rounded. They got an angle to them.
Can I ask one more question of you?
Yeah, one more. That's it for the night.
Okay. What happens when you come across a Bigfoot?
I say, hello, my name's Richie. Banter with Richie B. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Perhaps you've heard. Have you subscribed? Is that
like and subscribe? And do you have a dog wee?
It's just I always wonder, like, if you do, or if anybody that explores, like, what happens when you do come across one.
Well, I mean, imagine there's some form of shitting thou pants, but
what type of evidence? I mean, like, besides camera wise, like, would you be able to get? Do you think?
Well, I probably have my GoPro on my head. I have the camera on my phone. I mean, my goal is like 10 feet.
That's close.
If that leads to death, it leads to death. I don't know, but I feel a weird connection that I'm not worried about that. I feel that for the most part, unless you get a rogue one, like a rogue grizzly bear, that kills everybody in the camp, generally they won't bother you,
Yeah.
And I feel that there's that type of mentality here as well. I know there's a show called Missing 411. I'm not stupid, but yeah, I don't know. You're taking that chance because you're going to go, you're out there anyways. So as soon as you walk across that tree line, you've now taken that chance, whether they're 200 feet from me or 10 feet from me, they're going to be twice, 3 times, 10 times as fast as me. I'm done.
Yeah.
So if I'm even
going in the ocean, there's sharks there, but you want
listen, I'm not going in the ocean, Carlozzi. I do not go in the ocean. There's no need to go in a fucking ocean we know nothing about. That's stupid.
I do not go in the water, don't worry, but I'll go in the woods.
Right.
Yeah.
So come in the woods with us, hang out with us.
That's
right.
Fine. I'm there.
I'm telling you right now, I love your Cryptidfest and everything else. but I got connections, man. I got deep connections. All right. So listen, we have boots on the ground, Bigfoot investigations. We have Tim and Eric Vogel out in Western Mass, absolute legends, wildlife experts, wildlife guides. Tim's a ranger. We send any questions we have about nature right out to them. They're part of our group out there on the New York border, basically. Okay. We have Rich from Shadowside Paranormal. He's up in New Hampshire. We have Steve, who's up in Northeast Massachusetts. We have me and Wojo here in the South Shore, Southeastern Mass. We have Mike Trainer, who's in Rhode Island. We have the area completely surrounded. Come out with your pants off. You understand? Like, this is real. Why don't cops ever say that? Come out, pull your pants down to your ankles, and put your hands in the air. Because if you put your pants to your ankles, you can't run. Right? That would be.
I'll try it later. I don't know. I'm not going to answer that.
That would be my thing. I'd be like, drop them, bro. You know what I mean? let's just get to it. So, anyways, but no, I want you to come out with me and whoever else you want to bring. I want you to come out with us and enjoy your time with us because we're a lot of fun. But I'm going to try to get all my Bigfoot guys to come to your event. Would you mind if I walked around and questioned people with my phone? Like, would I mind?
No, there's going to be a little area outside for people that want to hold a podcast also. So it's not like all inside and it's going to be.
Are you inviting me to have a podcast there?
I'm just saying, if you want me to set a Richie B table, like little place for you to sit outside and do a podcast, you're more than welcome to.
Shimmy.
There'll be some speakers out there, so it might like off and on interfere. But yeah, I would definitely walk around and talk to whoever you want. There's going to be 4 speakers, 10 vendors.
God.
I want everybody to have a good time. As long as everybody is nice, polite, has a good time.
Don't shit on each other. No one's better than anybody.
No, but don't ruin the first festival. Like, I don't want people coming here. And I know people aren't going to. People aren't going to show up if they don't have an interest in this.
That's right. That's right.
And that's why I want people that have an interest in this and that want this to succeed so that next year when I throw it again, it's bigger.
Yes. And I would advise getting a 3-person panel to help you.
I'm my own 3-person panel.
I know you're incredible. I get all that. You're amazing. Superwoman, Wonder Woman. I get all that. I got it.
Next year, it's going to be probably at maybe the Taunton, the Clarion Center.
It's going to get big.
There. Yeah.
It's going to get big. And I'm going to bring my people, man. We already talked about it. We want to go to all these events.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
It's going to be a good time. We'll talk more about setting up a table for Banter and Richie B podcast. If you guys would like to see Banter and Richie B podcast, we already did this up at Charmant Fair Farm in New Hampshire. And in the pouring rain, it was a freaking success. Yeah. So to have it locally like that, I would be honored to be able to blab my guts off on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just have fun with everybody.
I'll get you a little outside set up, a little round table, if you will.
Whatever works for your setup, I'm in on. And if you need help, I don't care if it's cleaning up. I don't care if it's setting up. I'm serious. You call me. I have a whole tribe. I got 6 kids.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, we have the whole Carlozzi girls. So there should be like about 10 to 12 Italian whirlwinds that day.
There's 10 to 12 Carlozzi girls?
Oh, there's more than that. These are just the young ones that are showing up to help out. There's probably about 30 or so loud ass Carlozzis. They're going to be there.
Yeah. Forget about it, huh? So listen, this is what we're going to do because I'm going to go play some Fortnite. Is that cool with you? You good with that?
I'm going to go play some World of Warcraft. Good call.
Oh, badass girl. See, she knows what. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
So check it. Hey, girl. Hey. So Cryptidfest 2024, September 14th. You can come with me if you want. If you want to meet me somewhere and we drive over together, we roll in deep. You know what I'm saying, Dow? We'll do it that way, right? September 14th, 1 to 6 p.m. Shadowside Paranormal should be there. Tim Fogel's in. He goes, yes.
Timmy.
Love you, bro. Love you, man. He's a good dude. He's amazing. They're all amazing. I'm surrounded. I am truly gifted with these people. I am the Cryptid Master. It's in my name. Okay, fine. All right. So my name's Rich. What master am I?
Master of Fortnite.
I feel like I knew what he was going with that, so I'm not going to that one.
Yeah. Don't be a Richard Wojo. We know more about space and the ocean. That's fucking scary. You're right on, bro. Thank you for swearing on my show. I encourage it. D-Hoot, thank you. Love you, D-Hoot. We love you.
Yeah,
thank you for your
D-Hoot's awesome.
Rich from Shadowside, he'll probably come down from New Hampshire. We got Mike Trainer over there from Rhode Island. I don't know if the Vogels, it's tough. Well, September, maybe Tim can get a day off and come out and hang with us. He's a park ranger, so he lives at his job.
Oh, so yeah. And that's
He's there
like,
generally.
In the fall time too, there's probably like camping and people hiking and all that shit.
And I'm gonna tell you, they got some events too. You got to start rolling with us, girl, because we go to some events too.
No, seriously, we do. We support.
We're rolling deep, man. We rolling deep. And Tinfoil sucks at Fortnite, just so you know. He said that, not me. So listen,
Cryptid Master sucks at Fortnite.
Yeah, can you imagine that? So tomorrow night at 8:10 p.m., I am calling out all the supporters that we have. Everybody here that's watching, tell your friends, tell your cousins, uncle's roommate. Rojo and I will be guests on Into the Night with Sean Kelly, 105.3 Louisiana, worldwide radio. It's insane for us. We're super stoked to have it. Wojo set this up, did a kick-ass job at doing it. We had a meeting with Sean Kelly, and he loves all the stuff that we just showed you guys, that Carlozzi just got to see. We want you there. We want you to support, even if it's for 2 or 3 minutes, come in, say our names, and then leave. That's fine. We just want a good showing, a good presence. And this is going to be worldwide, man. So we want to go worldwide, and we want you to come with us. Where can they find you, Miss Jessica? And do you have set times for your podcasts? Go ahead. Give out your business right now. What you got, girl?
I do not have set times for my podcasts. I put them out.
Because cray.
Because I'm crazy. Because I just kind of, something catch my interest. I'll do a little show on it monthly, or maybe another show comes out.
I'm the same way in that.
Yeah.
So hit the notify button, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you followed and liked and subscribed me, you'd know exactly when all my stuff comes out.
That's right.
No, yeah.
It's true.
Crypt Tidbits with general tidbits on YouTube. I don't use Spotify or anything else like that because I'm very lazy right now. There's a Facebook page, same name, where you can get all the information for the Cryptidfest that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you can find me everywhere.
Everywhere.
In Brockton, chasing down a weird Bigfoot. That's where you can find me.
Yeah, spider crawling Bigfoot in Brockton.
Oh, God.
Hey, you asked too many questions. You asked too many questions. You earned that last one.
I know. That was my own fault. I'm sorry.
What's fair is fair, damn it. Well, anytime you want to sit me in the hot seat, I can come on your podcast. Although I feel like I was already on your podcast tonight, so that's nice. You know what I mean?
It's weird being on the other side of the table and not being able to ask questions.
No.
You can always ask questions.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Tim Vogel looking forward to going to the Cryptidfest. What's up? Is that a confirmation? Dude.
Way to go, Tim.
Love the Vogels, man. They're badasses. Oh, I'm telling you what. These boys are known. Like we don't just come. We ain't just creeping in with nobodies. You understand?
You're rolling deep.
We rolling deep. We got the gold Mercedes.
Yeah, dude, I just want people to have a good time, man.
We got Oh, anyways.
That's how I'll be able to tell you're there. I'll hear that from the parking lot, and I'm like, guess who just showed up, guys?
Yeah, boots on the grounds here.
Yeah.
Boots on the grounds here. But
boots on the grounds here. I heard him rolling.
That's right. That's right. So tomorrow night, you make sure you catch this. I'm going to jump off because at 8:00 tonight, I believe tonight's his first night, Animal Podcast, which we're going to be on Monday night as well. So we have Sunday into the night, Monday, Animals Podcast, right? Animals Paranormal Podcast on the Get Haunted Network. Make sure you go over to Get Haunted and like and follow that page so you can check out a bunch of kick-ass podcasters like me. There's only one me, but anyways. And then Tuesday night, we're on the big Sean Kelly show, the big Sean Kelly show, where we're going to show the evidence and see what the world thinks, because we're going worldwide, baby. All right. Wojo, what do you got to say to anybody?
All I can just say is like and subscribe. And Jessica, thank you so much for being on here. Looking forward to you coming out with us, because I'll tell you right now, it's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's what I tell all my friends.
Oh yeah, yep. Blows their mind. Blows their mind. So watch out for that investigation. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube, Banter with Richie B. Hit that notify button. You'll know when Carlozzi and company are coming out on a live investigation. Oh, it's gonna be
guys.
It's gonna be crazy. Forget about that. So listen, go over to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. All Banter Richie B. Make sure you like, follow, whatever you got to do. But you got to hang with us, because we're gonna take you with us. All right. And look at this. We got another confirmation coming out of New Hampshire. Yes, I am going to Cryptidfest, girl. I told you come here, you get some business.
I can see you there.
Yeah, and my producer Bobby Lee, thank you for showing your face. We love you, even though you're from Brockton.
I'll take it.
We'll take that. That's fine.
I'll take that. That's fine.
I love that thick skin. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll slap you in your face. No, little Brockton touch there. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. As you know, I'm in my new studio. And of course, it had to like crap the bed 3 times before I could actually enjoy myself. But that's typical. It's always a Monday in my life. And what do we like to say as we leave, everybody? Does anybody remember? Nothing?
Buy the merch.
No. You can buy. I didn't put the ticker up to buy the merch tonight. What you got to do is be good to each other, not shit all over each other. If somebody investigates one way and you don't, well, whatever, embrace it. Share your information and keep climbing, right? Love you, baby Jack. We out.